Just a quick one, guys. We have released our brand new Rangers Christmas drop. We've got the Sing in the Sash tees, along with the famous RFC Christmas tee. Do browse the new collection by going down into the link in the description, or go to rfcclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, in today's video, we've got a bit of transfer news for you. Yes, we're getting to that sort of time of the year, and for one thing for certain, despite our huge rebuild in the summer, we are going to be making a fair few additions this January transfer window. That is a definite. The club have started official talks with a certain players' representatives, which is fairly exciting, so we'll discuss that, of course, in today's video. Was also discussing the game yesterday. Of course, I was back doing the live streams. Thank you for tuning in with me yesterday, for those of you that did. I'm going to be trying to come back again, really, with the sort of live streams, be a bit more consistent. I am going to be back in the UK very, very soon, so we'll be back in the sort of studio setup and be a bit more consistent with regards to those live streams, because I really do actually enjoy doing them, but obviously due to sort of technical difficulties sometimes whilst I'm on the road, they're not always possible, and the time zone. However, look, guys, yesterday we carried on our unbeaten run under sort of Philippe Clement, which kickstarts a huge 8 days for the football club. Of course, we've got a must-win showdown against Real Betis in the Europa League on Thursday. Again, they've just come off the back of drawing against Real Madrid 1-1 in their last game, so are going to be well up for this one. They do have quite a number of injuries as well, which was confirmed by Manuel Pellegrini. See, that's a good news, but as I stated, they still got a draw against Real Madrid, who are in tremendous form at this moment in time, both domestically and in Europe. So it's going to be a real tough test, especially at their stadium, that one that these players are going to have to be up for. Otherwise, we're just going to have to be going to the Conference League. And I do want the Europa League, and the carrot that dangles for us in the Europa League, of course, is getting straight to the last 16, parking Europe up, and there's only 3 two-legged ties to get to another final. Yes, I'm optimistic. Do I think this team will win the Europa League? No. But at the same time, when I was looking at our team back in 2022, I didn't think that we would get anywhere near far to the final prior to Christmas. So again, it's all to play for, but we'll be looking for a win. And then of course we've got the huge game against Aberdeen on the weekend in the cup final. This one I'm actually more nervous for than the actual Real Betis game. The Real Betis game is what it is. I'm not really expecting us to win, perfectly honest. However, that cup final, that League Cup it's our trophy. We're the record holders of it, but it was always escaped us in recent years. The furthest we've ever really got to is the final. We always sort of F it up there as well, and in the semi-finals as well, to teams like Aberdeen along the way. So it is a must-win. I'll be absolutely raging if we don't win it, but I have every faith and every confidence that we can get that first trophy under the sort of Philippe Clement regime. However, discussing yesterday, guys, of course, we did beat Dundee 3-1 in a game that was full of action in the first half, a game that sort of showcased our vulnerabilities and also showcased our actual strengths as well. And in recent weeks, I've been discussing with regards to our team that our attacking players aren't yet good enough to be playing for us. I don't think we have a lot of depth in our attacking players. I don't think the quality's there with regards to our attacking players. But yesterday, actually, it wasn't our attacking players that were the problem, it was our defence. That calamity at the back, especially for the first goal, and then certain areas within the game as well, just defensive mistakes all over the park, highlighted the fact how important Connor Goldson is to our team, and highlighted to the fact as well that we do need to be making improvements all over the park, not just in the attacking options that are currently being highlighted. Now, as I said, throughout the game, of course, we go 1-0 down, but we did show great sort of grit and determination to get back into the game first and foremost, then take the lead, then get the third goal. And from there, once we got that third goal, I was just thinking it was going to be a bit of a bloodbath. We get a fourth goal. Obviously, Todd Cantwell then gets disallowed due to VAR. I'm not sure why. And then from there, I just fully expected the second half to probably be 7-1. I only seen one winner from there. Of course, then everything sort of changes as we go down to 10 men on the brink of half time, as Jose Cifuentes' yellow card is then turned into a red. And then due to that fact, then basically, we went down to 10 men for the second half. The second half, again, still when Rangers go down to 10 men at Ibrox against an opposition like Dundee, no disrespect, 3-1 up. I still fully expected us to go out and get the 3 points, and we actually were the team that created probably the better chances in the second half. But with 10 men, you can't really fault us not going out there and scoring a few more goals. But the fact that we kept it a clean sheet, level throughout that sort of second half, if you get what I mean, in terms of the 0-0 in the second half, not clean sheet throughout the whole game, is a bit of a bonus as well. But yeah, it's going to add a bit of a legs to us, I suppose, for that ahead of that game against Thursday. But we have rested key players like Connor Goldson, got a little rest in there as well, so it all paid off in the end. And by the time I'm recording this video, I think Celtic are probably just about to sort of kick off, or are playing, or the result may have already been sort of determined by the time when you're watching this. But at this moment in time, we're currently 5 points behind, which is good to see. Let's hope Kilmarnock get the job done. Now, in other news, guys, as I said, with regards to the transfer news, the January transfer window is creeping ever closer. And already we're starting to see names emerge of players that we are actually linked to. But at this moment in time, actually, Lawrence Shankland, yes, there's been a lot of reports stating that the Rangers legends want him to sign. There's other sort of reports stating from sort of Scottish media that he could be a viable option. But at this moment in time, there's no concrete source stating that Rangers are actually interested in Lawrence Shankland, just to say. The same with Alfredo Morelos as well. But we do have a bit of official news for you as well from a fairly reputable sources. And that is stating that Rangers have opened talks with Brighton over the permanent signing of Abdallah Sima. Of course, Sima is out on loan at this moment in time with us and is impressed. Again, another goal yesterday, 2 goals in the game before that, and two goals the following weekend there. And he's really coming to life. I think 13 goals so far in all competitions, which is not too bad in terms of the winger playing in a side that at the first part of the season we had no sort of creative outlook. Yes, he had a little bit dip, but certainly showcasing his qualities now, and as a player that, as I said, Rangers are interested to try and get him in on a permanent deal. In his current clause, there is no buyout option. It's not like the Malik Tillman deal. Either way, if we did have a buyout option, it probably wouldn't matter these days anyway, just due to what happened to us with Bayern Munich and Malik Tillman last season. But, as I say, reports have stated that Rangers have opened official talks with regards to the player and look to try and strike a deal earlier rather than at the end of his loan deal. So something that they want to try and tie up maybe in January. In terms of a fee, I'm not too sure, but Brighton probably from their side of things, they'll be happy just to see him do really well and then probably let the other clubs queue up. That's why Rangers want to get stuff done early on rather than later. It's a double-edged sword with regards to him, because the more the Sima does well, the more his value is going to increase, the more clubs are going to be interested in him. But then if he does poor, then, well, you'll be shite. So we don't want to sign him anyway. So it is one of them. He's doing really, really well at this moment in time, and Rangers' sort of ambitions is to try and get a permanent deal done really, really quickly. So something that we just might have to keep an eye on going forward. But at this moment in time, official talks have started, but no price or no sign of the ending of the completion of the deal just yet. Just know that Rangers want to try and land him in January on a permanent basis. Again, a waiting game. But Rangers fans, that's all I've got for you today, guys. Do let me know your thoughts with regards to Abdallah Sima. Is he a player that you want to see signed for the club permanently? And also, do let me know your thoughts ahead of the game against Real Betis and Aberdeen. Do you think we can win both of those clashes? Yes or no? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.